Alrighty, and good morning, everyone. Welcome. It is time for yoga with me. Again, for those of you who have been with me for a little while, yes, my name has changed. It is Jiya. One of many changes in the past couple of years, and I want you all to know that I appreciate very much those of you who are staying with me. It means so much on so many different levels. Okay, speaking of levels, for us, this is your practice. I'm going to be here talking about it, demonstrating it, but effectively what I'm doing is I am just practicing with you. All right, I'll give you some coaching as I go, explain some things as I go, which quite honestly is what I do when I practice on my own without the camera on. It's just in my nature now because I'm always thinking about it. That's actually one of the things that I'm working on with my personal practice, finding a way to take myself out of the teaching. I've been living that for a really long time, and I'm never going to stop. Don't get worried. Don't get worried about that. If you are, that's who I am on so many levels. I love it. I'm so glad I found it. Yeah, I have no idea. Anyway, but that means again, don't quit, don't hurt yourself. Of course, you have to be in your own practice as deeply as you can get. The strength of it is your strength. But no slacking off. Right? Why? Well, quite honestly, I mean, there's two reasons. One, you just won't get as much benefit if you don't make that full effort. Not just the physical strength that you build, but the mental awareness that you can find that strength without force and maintain that strength and openness without strain. It will be hard. It will be uncomfortable at times. Right? But you can do it, and that's part of what we're learning, that we can do these things. We can be part of something difficult, challenging, troubling, maybe even frightening, and handle it. Because that's life, and that's what this is for. The other thing is, of course, again, along those same lines, if you're like me, think back and like, oh, I didn't make enough effort, I feel guilty. You should not feel guilty about your practice, right? If all you've got is that bit, whatever it is, and you've done that, hot damn. Right? That's amazing. There's so many people out there doing so many other things who don't do that, right? Skating by. And eventually, well, they're not going to feel good about it. And also, it's going to catch up to them sooner or later. Particularly when something really hard comes along. and they haven't been doing this. Right? So, yoga is practice for living, not just practice for itself. Yoga is living. Again, it's all one thing. Everything is one thing. An individual. Pieces, parts, at the same time. Duality. Right? Weird. I know. Oh, she's going on and on and on again. It's going to be one of those practices. I can give you a hint. It's always one of those practices. Okay, here we go. We're done. We're going to actually get started. So let's go ahead and sit down. Again, as always, if you need a chair, do not hesitate. Find your space. Excuse me. The weather here lately where I am is getting a little drainage. Sorry, too much information. Let's go to our breath now. And by the breath, we're going to talk about the alignment of it. I mentioned it's all one. The breath, just by the word itself, breath, sounds airy, insubstantial. But it's a muscle thing. Very much so. Your heart is a muscle just as much as your biceps and quadriceps are. Space for your breath as well. So feel across here open a little bit. Without your shoulder blades squeezing together, it shouldn't be pulling back. But there's a little work taking the shoulder blades apart, but not letting that round in. You feel that openness come. If you're like me, you'll probably sit up a little bit taller just simply because that space is there in your ribcage, front and back, left and right. Allow that openness now to bring your shoulders down, particularly the trapezius muscles, next to the neck. And the neck itself is long. This allows your chin to tuck a little bit. Your ears are above your shoulders. Again, the neck is long and relaxed. There's so much room now for your breath. We haven't even talked about inhale and exhale yet. It's been happening, of course. And your jaw muscles begin to relax. Mouth stays closed. Sometimes what will happen there is like the upper and lower levels of the teeth will drift away from each other. It can feel a little weird. It's okay. We just don't want the mouth to hang open because we want to breathe in and out through the nose. And as this awareness of the breath alignment grows, calms, you're going to feel your tongue move up towards the roof of your mouth a little bit. It's not pushed. Relax. Let it happen. And you might start to hear your breath now behind your ear. This particular breathing, the sound of it is known as Ujjayi, the breath of victory. You don't actually have to hear it. Right? You might. It's an echo chamber there in the back of your throat. That's all it is. It's not required that you hear it, that anyone hear it. Space is there for the breath itself. The inhale and the exhale to move now freely. Begin back to the muscle part. Are you letting yourself sag down a little bit with your exhale? Try to keep yourself sitting upright. This puts a little more work into your middle, into your side, into your back. Rest when you need. And also this awareness now. The thoughts have been fully engaged with this alignment, with this muscle movement and positioning. None of that happens without you thinking about it. Remember just a moment ago I mentioned that slump that happens when you exhale? That's not thoughts. That's subconscious. Now the physical and the breath and the mental. And they're all there. They always were. We've taken away the distractions of it, the idea that these things are separated, and brought our focus fully to them. You feel the wholeness of your being. It's there too. We're not putting ourselves back together. It may feel like it sometimes. This effort is not to put us snap pieces together. Remove the extras, to clear the clutter, and show the whole. So breath flow now. Keep it moving as we open the eyes. We're going to let ourselves start to move a bit. We're going to begin with a warm-up twist. Excuse me. Now I'm going to come into an easy cross-leg position because I want you also again to really begin to maintain the work of your ankles here. So you're going to flex your toes. You want your ankle bones to come off the floor. The back of the left hand comes to the outside of the right knee, or along the thighs, close to the knee as you can. Your right hand somewhere behind you. Now, before we actually turn any further, like if you're like me, you've already turned some. Short arm. So, open your chest. Tuck your chin. Find your breath alignment in the physical, and the emotional, and the mental. One. And so that's what now as you exhale, if you can, you turn further to the right. Keep that breath moving. To awareness, go to wherever your tightness is. With that exhale and release it. May not happen right away, it's okay. To awareness with your inhale, go to wherever you need strength. If you've let yourself sag, you've let your shoulders round, open them. Find the alignment again. With the inhale, the awareness that goes with it, the exhale, releasing the tension on it. The work remains. It's still hard. It's okay. Your next inhale, we untwist carefully. Come all the way back around. Line it up. Go the other way. Back of the right hand. The outside of the left knee. The left knee high up. Going with you, by the way. Again, find your alignment. You may have already turned as far as you can. If this is your full effort, amazing. It's fabulous. Next exhale. Do it. Inhale and untwist. Very good. All right. Now, we're going to lean back. Fingertips by the hips. Middle's nice and strong. Shoulders are broad. Arms are active. Find your breath alignment. Okay, now, a little back arching. You're going to inhale and lift your chest up. And keep your middle strong as you do. Don't let your head flop back. It's going to feel awkward at first. A little stiff seeming, which is, I know, odd. Oh, this part's odd, right? Now, come to yoga, get flexible, be fluid, move. Easy, but this is weird. It's okay. It is a little stiff seeming. Exhale up. Particularly when you're new at it. Let's switch our feet if you wish. You do not have to. toes stay active. Now we're going to arch to the right, to the left, sorry. Bring the right arm up. Too many sides to the body now. All right, breath alignment. And it's okay if it's changed pace now. The exhale, we arch up and over. It's releasing, again, the exhale. Allow this length to relax, even as your strength. Awareness that this is an active movement that extends up. It's there. Breathe. Inhale up. All right. Now, we're going to come forward over our ankles to hands and knees. Now, I know we haven't quite finished the warm-ups, and that's okay, because we're going to do that here in a moment. But I want you again to find, and we're going to kneel a little bit. We're going to end up going into child's pose here. But I want you to take a moment in this tabletop position to feel the work of the upper body again. Find the alignment of it. Shoulders broad, middle works, chin's tucked. There it is. Right? You feel that strength? We're not letting it sag. We're not pinching in, we're not rounding out. As we're engaging fully with it. Be present. Now, we're actually going to let the lower back raise up as we exhale. Drop your head, round it up. And then sit back towards your heels. Now walk your hands back if you need to. Child's pose. The toes just cramped up, that's all. And just go where you can. And we'll inhale up to hands and knees. Okay, now 1 foot back. I'm going to come to a plank again, trying to maintain this upper body work, the breath alignment. And get a bigger length here, just for a little bit. Active strength, again, muscle thoughts. Right? Because the muscles and thoughts are there. Turn your shoulders, tuck your chin, exhale. Take your hips back. Right. And with an exhale now, walk your feet in. Bend your knees a bit. Flex your knees. Bring them close together, big toes parallel. Easy fold now, nice and calm. Open the chest, tuck the chin. Exhale, let your legs extend. Try not to sit back. Inhale up. Strong work in your middle. Very active. Letting your hands open. And you're standing in Tadasana now, mountain pose. Center your weight. Be calm here. Strong. Open. Like your breath. Like your mind now. The awareness and the strength and the openness together. It's both mental and physical, as well as the breath, as well as the emotion. You can feel it. It doesn't run wild, nor is it held too tight. It's healthy. The body's movements are at their best when the strength and the flexibility, balance. Same in the mind. We learn, focus, but open to the whatever we are learning. Let's bring the hands together. Now we're going to come into a balance. Now nothing fancy. 1, 2, start here. We're just going to start with a standing twist. We're going to go into a revolve holding the big toe pose. So we're going to do an easy version of this. We're just going to hold the knee and then twist. A lot of awareness of the upper body, breath alignment throughout. We're on the left foot first. Lift your right heel for a moment. And really keep your breath on. It's very key here. Look at this long line, left shoulder to the right wrist. We're going to maintain as part of that work. So we exhale and bring our right knee up. Now, if you're really swinging that leg over to get a hold of the outside of it, maybe move the hand back, or bring the hand under here. And then exhale and turn a little further away if you can. Now this is it. It's not a big twist. Maybe it is. You might be turning all the way around going, what do you mean it's not a big twist? Your mileage may vary. It's your body, your practice. After all. Inhale and twist. Whoa, timber! Put your foot down before you fall over. It's okay. It happens, right? To all of us. Now, we'll do the other side. It might be a little different. It's okay. So get those feet lined up again. Always we start with the weight fairly even. And always again, the awareness that putting the weight on one foot is the balance. The rest of it is an alternate, is an option. You build from the weight on one foot. The awareness of that. And if it's enough to simply lift the foot up in the air a little bit, then that's what you do. As the awareness grows, the strength grows, the alignment of it all, you will eventually move further. Again, how far? It's hard to do this and talk. You would think I'd be able to. Right? I mean, again, there we go. All of this, again, is yours. Dang. Inhale on twist. Man, goodness. Balance it. Again, some days it's just not there. It's okay. All right, now we're going to come into some more traditional standing stuff. We're going to go into a warrior two, come out of that and go triangle pose. So, yeah, nice classic combination. Now, some people like to do the triangle first. I will occasionally do that, but my preference personally is to do warrior two first because it helps keep the hips pretty level. We don't want to go in, we kind of have that back hip popped up a little bit. It can be a little bit of extra work to get it level again before you, if you do triangle, before you go into warrior two. Now we're going to go to the left side first again. So let's step our right foot back, nice and wide here. Now, again, we're going to get the ankles underneath the wrist. Again, and we're going to find that breath alignment. So it opens. It goes all the way out this time. To the thumbs, to the wrists. Now normally I have you look to the left. I want you to keep your ears above your shoulders. Let's maintain that breath alignment throughout now. You're going to look down, you got to look down, it's okay. Exhale, flex your left knee. If you're not sure about the alignment of your leg, go ahead, take a quick glance down, but then bring yourself back up. Feel the work in your upper body. We're trying very hard to keep this pretty vertical. And again, the ears, the shoulders, the hips, the knees, the ankles. But the only thing that's not lined up here are your right toes. That's it. And it's not a perfect plane. Your body has curves. It's okay. the action of it, the energy of it, the physics of it. Stuff from high school you could grab. That's what we're working with here sometimes. Around our reality. Inhale, straighten your left leg. Let's exhale and extend right into your triangle pose. So let's, now, I want to keep this alignment again, like we just had that twist a moment ago. So feel that arm working, feel that alignment working. And then let your left hand come down wherever. And we breathe. Maybe that means your arm doesn't go vertical. We're not 100%, it's alright. Let the length build. The hand will get closer to the floor. Don't be leaning forward or curving down just to get your hand closer to the floor. We're opening around here and through that front hip. Got a lot of strength being built down that inner left leg, and then we're going to use that left hand as we need. Inhale, up, level, hands where we need. Bring our right foot up, little flex the left knee. Whoop. And nice, strong, standing back arch. You want to open up as far as you can. Then we're going to do the other side. Let that happen. See? Come on. When I let that go, how that angle of my shirt. That's good posture right there. Yeah. Is it perfect? Well, I don't know. I'm not going to measure. But I do know that this is working. And we're going to maintain that as we inhale up. We inhale and let that arch build. And keep your inner legs working. Keep your middle working. Let that strength open. Oh, that feels good. Keep going. Go ahead, put your hands back there on the floor if you want. You'll notice I'm not trying this a long way. It's really scary. Exhale up. Did you keep it level? Oh yeah. Look at her go. Okay, let's try the other side. I'm going to leave the right foot at the front this time. I'm going to step the left foot back. Now maybe you could just kind of jump apart depending on the alignment of your mat. It's okay. Really in. Right toe. It might be different. It's okay. Always okay. Work. Again, we're going to maintain the breath alignment. Reach it out. All the way through. You got this. And don't turn like I normally do. Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Exhale, the right knee flexes. And we're very focused here on this part. And that centered work. Same thing I talked about earlier. There it is. You're keeping your shirt level. Yeah, can't really see it, of course, but that's the goal. Breathe. Oh, excuse me. All right. Next inhale, maintain that upper body weight. Really feel your abs engage as you straighten that right leg. Got all that strength down there in the inner thigh. You're going to get length here. Exhale and extend. Again, trying to keep this work going as best you can. Hand down. Let that space open. Calm breath. Steady strength. Through out. Breathe. And we inhale. Very good. Okay, again, we're going to bring the left foot up a little flex to the right knee. Fine. It helps with that. Get a nice, strong standing back arch. Big toes parallel, middle. Again, find that. Yeah, don't let that happen. It's so easy, right? We do it automatically. Become more conscious. of yourself, of your posture. It'll get easier the more you do it. Promise. Inhale in. Then we exhale. Begin. It's a lengthening motion, vertical. This is active. Not straining the shoulders up. There it is. Exhale down. Nicely done. We're going to work to the floor. Toes come parallel. Now, really keeping your middle working. We're just going to kind of sink down so we can open the arches a bit. So come on down. Fingers down. My heels are already up. If yours aren't already, go ahead. Let them raise. You're on tiptoe now. And we balance up a little bit further. If we can, again, if it's too much, sit down. It's okay. Hands where you need. Breathe. Breath alignment. Still there. And calm that effort. It's hard. Those are small muscles down at the bottoms of the feet. The arches, shift your weight forward. How hard it is when your feet get really tired. A little lean here. And down we go. Nicely done, everyone. Okay, now we're going to take our legs out, nice and long here, and sit ourselves upright. Very active. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to open up the legs a bit and deepen some work into some half lotus hip opening work. What we're going to do, we're going to first work our way into a half Gomakkanasana. And then we're going to turn that into an actual half lotus position, which we will go into a forward fold from. Alrighty? I hope I remember all of that. Okay, so we're going to bring the right foot up now. Let yourself go. Easy. Open that chest. Find that breath alignment. I'm bringing our right foot over. Now I'm going to turn just a moment. So, as we do this, left hand takes the right foot. We're going to flex those toes, working it. We're going to begin to roll the right thigh. Use your hand if you need to try to bring that right knee, the outside of it, as much above the left kneecap as we can. So this is a half Gomakkanasana. Okay, that's it. What we're doing with this, I'm going to turn back again, is we're just slowly lengthening this outer line of the leg. Learning how to open that up, sitting nice and tall, and engaging the right ankle. The left leg stays active as well. Again, we've got all of this happening at once. And the awareness of the multiplicity of things does not mean this isn't one asana, one pose. You're not multitasking. Not really. We're not doing two things at once or three things at once here. We are part of one moment. The breath, smooth and calm, we're keeping it that way, whatever pace it is. We're aware of the alignment of our body. These are not separate things. They're very much the same thing. Now, into your half lotus. We're just going to let that right foot come up and over. Now, so your right knee goes out a little bit. Now, we don't want to let it go way out. This is not a movement out with the knee. We're just bringing that foot over. There's no twisting of the knee. It doesn't have to touch the floor. The right foot's very active now. Again, left hand stays holding on to it. Sitting up, sitting up. Sweep your right arm up. Got a lot of space here. Now, again, this might be it. This might be the extent of this half lotus forward fold. Exhale forward. Notice again, it's very stiff seeming at first. I'm just kind of pivoting. And sooner or later, as the openness builds, there will be a curving motion. You do start to come down towards the leg, but now the work itself remains very linear over the leg. Once you reach where you can, put your right hand down. Doesn't matter if it's your toes, your ankle, either side, it's up to you. Just don't pull yourself any further. And the awareness of the alignment, the flow of the breath together. Again, finding the strength with the inhale, releasing tightness with your exhale. Again, it's one thing. Calm thing, steady thing, mental thing, emotional thing, physical thing, but one. You take them out of each other. It's not possible. Not really. You can really suppress one aspect of it. And it's not necessarily healthy. Inhale it. Exhale, let your right leg go. Very good. Uncross the legs. Let's do the other side now. Okay, here we go. Oh my goodness. I think I slept with my mouth open last night. Voice sounds funny, even to me. Okay, here we go. So half Gomukanasana. We're just going to sit. We're just going to work that opening and then turn that into a half lotus, which will be a fold. So the left foot up, again, trying very hard to stay upright. I'm not going to turn as much this time. Left foot comes over you. Left toes are flexed. We bring that over. If it doesn't line up as much or lines up more, fine. It's okay. It's perfectly natural. We all have one side of the body that we tend, right-handed or left-handed, we tend to use those muscles a little bit more. Might have a little more space, might have a little more strength. Sometimes that makes them tighter. Sometimes not. The mileage may vary. It seems to be the theme of that. I think that's like the third time I've said that so far. I'm really not keeping count. Okay, here we go. Again, into Padmasana, or half version of it. That's lotus pose. And we're going to make it a fold. Bring that over. So you're trying to keep your heel as close as possible. If it's got to drift down, let it drift down. Right foot stays working. Right hand's got the left foot. Keep those toes active. This will help maintain this. Again, we sweep that left arm up. On the exhale, we go forward. Nice. Extending. And then you bring your hand down wherever it is for you. And don't worry about how far. You might put your forehead all the way down there. Maybe not. It's okay. And inhale. Alright, nicely done. Let's let that leg go out. Okay, now we're going to come into a Baddha Konasana. So we'll get a big, strong inner thigh opening. We're going to breathe your feet together, pull in. And also we will be then adding one more little folding motion. Now again, if that's too much for your back, you've had enough. Don't worry about it. Just stay upright. So, speaking of, I'm sagged. Again, trying to reach my feet. It's easy to do. So before we do anything else, we sit up back up. We find that breath alignment. Then exhale, extend the inner thighs wide. Maybe you need to take your hands, help turn them open a little bit, which might help. Go for it. Breathe. Now, if you're ready, again, you do not have to. This is enough. Stay with this. Do not, if you do, don't let the legs pop back up. You're going to keep that length there. breath alignment. We're not rounding in, we're not letting it come up, so your elbow's going to go out, out, in front of your shins. Whether you put your head on the floor or not does not matter. Breathe. Goodness, there we go. And inhale up. Ah, that felt good. Nicely done. Okay, let's take the hands away. Allow your legs to extend. Bring them up. Now, one more little bit of core strength here. We're going to go both with Urs Navasana. A little variation on that. We're not going to extend the legs. Then we'll go into a reverse plank before we lie down and finish up with some recline stuff. So, toes again, flex, legs together. Sit up and feel that breath alignment. Don't round down. Coming back a little bit. See the arms extend out from the shoulders. Pick your feet up so the knees are level with your hands. You do not grab them. Breathe. Ab strength all the way through. Feel it. There is a length here as well as a contraction. And an openness in the strength. There's room for you to breathe too. Maintain that breath alignment. And it's okay to breathe faster. You might have to. I certainly am. Right? Not that I'm the super strongest human being in the world. It's okay. Let's bring those hands down to the back of the thighs. Inhale, bring the heels down. Allow your legs to extend. One hand back, one hand length back behind your hips. Fingers mostly pointing forward. Yeah. Find that breath alignment. Work that middle. Inhale up. Tuck your tailbone. And down. All right, and we're going to lie back and lie down. Now, once we're on the floor, okay, so I've been making a big deal about this lately, about this work in the upper body, even when we're lying down, maintaining it. Same thing, again, except we're going to bring that breath alignment into it. Really feel that. So, maintaining the breath alignment allows this length to be maintained. Vice versa. Again, these things always impact each other because they're a part of each other. Feeling that as you bring your knees and ankles together, exhale, pull your knees up and in. Hands to your shins, maybe, backs to the thighs, otherwise, little squeeze as you breathe. All right. Again, that feels good. Now we're going to inhale, feet come down. Now, we're going to come into a reclined twist. So now we earlier, way back towards the beginning, we came into that standing twist. We were balanced when we did it, right? It was a little variation on revolved holding the big toe pose. We do lumbar roll twist, but I want you aware of how this alignment is the same positioning. All right, so take your left leg out. It's still working. Not as much weight on it, of course, because you're lying down. You'll pick your right foot up, knee bent. This time we bring the hand across. Again, don't let that drift over. And the arm again, this is your balance, right? Yeah, so, but there's some differences now. Of course, one, we're lying on the ground. As we next exhale and we bring the right hip over left, the twist is now no longer a turning away from the right knee, but the action of bringing the right hip over the left, away from the shoulder effectively. So this now might be a deeper twist. And again, it is for me. Your mileage may vary. Go where you can. Let that space open. Breathe. There it is. That feels good. Now, as you inhale next, we're going to untwist carefully. Very good. And bring that right foot down. And the left foot comes up. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing. Let's start all the way back. Bring those knees and ankles together and exhale. Pull your knees up and in and give it a squeeze. So we maintain the breath alignment all the way through. Okay. Next inhale. Again, try to keep that upper body alignment going. We bring the feet down. Now we're going to take the right leg out, of course. Here we go again. Little active work with your leg, with your feet. Again, the alignment of it, it's there in your mind. It's part of it. When you think about it, your body responds to it. Left knee above the hip. You had to think about all that. Right hand. Left arm. Exhale, roll onto your right hip. Bring that left hip over. Strong middle now. Nice and calm. It's calm. Why are you yelling? I don't know. And we inhale again and untwist. And let that left foot come down. We're going to bring the right foot, excuse me, up and into a reclined, not revolt triangle, but a reclined Konasana. So now we're going to use the hands a little more actively on the thighs as we release the inner legs open. Heels up close. Again, maintain your breath alignment, your body work, and just let it release where you can. So not a lot of work here, right? Not a lot of active work. And there's still movement happening. Outward, not down, outward. A lean and a breath. Awareness of it. In. The legs continue to extend even though they don't get any longer. And this is the energy of it, the physics of it, and the matter itself, which is finite. The energy goes further. Yeah. Not separate though. Part of it. It is the whole of everything at the same time. Use your hands underneath your thighs. Inhale, lifting the knees up, flexing your toes as the knees and ankles come together. All right. Excuse me. Put across the left knee over the right. Now, get them pretty close together. A little counter twist here. We're going to roll onto the inner edge of the right foot. Arms go out, back of the hands stay on the floor. Exhale. And we twist a little bit. Now, don't push with your left thigh. This is not a big rotation. Some of you will be getting closer to the floor than I do. I want you to feel that lengthening action down the side. That's the main part. Let it open. Let it relax. In its length. Again, inhale the focus, strength. Exhale the calming release. You gotta have both. Can't not inhale and exhale, or you are no longer breathing. Inhaling again, we untwist carefully. Right foot down, uncross your leg. Right knee over the left. Go in the other direction now. And you keep your left foot active as the exhale rolls you. And you breathe. And the inhale, untwist. And we uncross the leg. Alright, now step your feet about hip width apart. Now we're going to come into some hip opening to finish here, including a reclined half lotus position. Again, now we're not going to extend the leg this time. We're actually going to try to come into what it would be a seated position, but done reclined, of course. So here we go. We're going to start placing the right ankle, the outside of it just below the left knee. Flex your toes, turn that thigh. Now, you can leave your right hand on your thigh if you need. First part of this is, now once this is done though, where you've got yourself set, the next work is all the left leg though. As you exhale, squeeze that in. Just use your thigh strength. Your left leg is active now. Oh yeah. Couple more breaths. Now, don't put your left foot back down on the floor with your next inhale. We're just going to raise that up just enough so that now you can take your left hand and, if possible, do not force. Bring your left heel down. Now, the right knee's going to move in a little bit. It's not that big motion though. Your knees do not cross. Begin to flex your left thigh, flex your left toes and roll your left thigh out. So your right hand, and hold it there. There is a space here. If your knees are lined up, turn your thighs further out, bring your heels further down. All right. There we go. Release your left foot, let it go to the floor, uncross your leg. Let's do the other side. Alright, now, so I'm going to turn just a little bit, maybe help give a slightly different angle. It's not too much of one, otherwise you won't hear me. So, because I found that out a long time ago, I'm going to put the left ankle here. Again, your left hand helps, flex your toes. Again, here we go. All the right leg doing the work. Exhale. Just squeeze it in with your right thigh muscles, your hip muscle. And again, the inhale, bringing that strength. The exhale, releasing the outside of the left. Okay, again, without putting your right foot on the floor, let that knee come up enough that your hand now, if at all possible, and it doesn't have to. Bring that down again. You see the knee moves up a little bit. Not all the way to the center though. Same thing now as we turn that thigh out. Boom, there it is. You can see the space here. This is a half lotus. If you were seated, your left thigh would be on top of your right foot, your left foot on top of your right thigh. That's all it is. We're almost done. Well done, everybody. Turn your right thigh. Let that foot come to the floor then. And finally, uncross your leg. Get the backs of the hands to the floor. The palms face up again. And continue to maintain your breath alignment. Closing the eyes. Once you've found all of that, a good spot for your hands, your shoulders, etc. If you wish to now, then again, this is an option. Okay? If it works for you, you can allow your legs to extend low. You can leave the knees bent if it works better for you. Again, the space between the feet is yours. Let yourself begin to release. Again, the inhale, again, the strength of it now is not the muscle, right? It's awareness. Keeping you a part of your shavasana. It's your final pose now at the end. The relaxation one. The hard one. Not that much alignment anymore. Once you found a good spot for your hands and feet, there's not much to do. But you're still breathing. Still focusing. It's still an active thing on a certain level. Just maybe not muscular. Although your muscles still work because you're breathing. We're calming every part of our being, but we're staying aware as we do so. Go ahead, let it continue to grow. In the calm of your mind, in its focus. And it is like the inhale and the exhale, the strength and the release. It's a part of your body. In both brain and breath are physical things. The strength and the openness of your muscles is the strength and the openness of your emotions and your thoughts. The wholeness of the self. This is the practice. Everything else is an extra, a distraction. So feel that calm strength and openness, the focus of it, and the flow of your muscles as you begin to flex your fingers a little bit. And then do the same with your toes, gently and calmly now. Letting it work up through the wrists and the elbows, back and forth, the knees and the ankles. Move a bit. Your next inhale reaches your arms up, past your ears, your legs long, big open. Oh yeah. Excuse me, good. Right on by your ear, left knee bends. We're going to exhale and roll onto our right side for a breath or two. 3 or 4, depending on how fast you're breathing. It's okay either way. Your next inhale presses yourself up. Find one more time a nice comfortable seated position, cross-legged or otherwise. As we sit upright, we find that breath alignment. Feel the strength of it, the openness of it. Try to keep that with you the rest of the day. Best you can as the hands come together, the thumb touch the chest. Smile real big. You were amazing. Thank you. Namaste. Good job, everybody. Thank you. All right. Goodness. Okie dokie. Now, so let me read off the usual caveats. So the video will stay up for a while. You are welcome to come back, practice again. Let's find the old event site, and it's down there, saved on there. Help yourself. Now, again, I say that, but there are PayPal links, Venmo links, CashApp links attached to the event. Again, anything you care to donate is very much appreciated. Again, whatever you think is fair, of course. And as always, if you have any questions, do not hesitate to ask them. You can comment on the video itself. You can send me a message personally, whatever works best for you. Alrighty? And then, I haven't got them set up yet, but they will be back at it in September. Same yoga time and channel. That would be the 9:30 a.m. Chicago time, of course. So be on the lookout for those. Get them on your calendar. And I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. It's Labor Day here in the U.S. For those of you who aren't, and that means a 3-day weekend. And a lot of folks traveling. If you are traveling, do be safe and enjoy. Thank you all. Bye.